address the causes and the impact of climate change, we must simply take responsibility. Ireland is a strong supporter of the Paris Agreement. Corruption undermines trust in democracy. Imperfect international rules of taxation.
Identifying the problem we know too well, the growing gap between the need for funding for sustainable development and the available resources. As we all know, this is increasingly exacerbated by rising debt burdens, not only on the recipients of donor support, but on key donors themselves. Put simply, we need to expand the available pool of capital and draw significantly more from the private sector than we have traditionally done. In order to do that, Your Excellencies, we need to understand what the private capital markets need in order to invest at scale in developing countries. Fiji does not pretend to have all the answers, but we have a few ideas that I think are worthy of consideration, and we should test these ideas with those in position to deliver the necessary capital. We have done a number of things in Fiji to try to raise the finance we need, such as listing the first sovereign green bond by an emerging market and planning for a blue bond and a shipping bond. We have also worked with the Green Climate Fund to leverage Asian Development Bank support for a large climate resilient water infrastructure project in our capital, Suva. But the fundamental problem is that these initiatives are not enough. We need new ideas and new collaborations to achieve them. And let me just outline a few. To increase investment in developing nations, developed countries' governments should rethink the way that aid is provided, so that it includes the provision of loan or risk guarantees as a means of encouraging private sector investment in these economies. We should increase the provision of concessional finance and even consider zero-interest loans or loans that are linked to meeting the Sustainable Development criteria. We should reintroduce measures such as debt for nature swaps, which could be broadened to become debt for sustainable development or debt for climate swaps. In recent years, there has been a tendency for many of multilateral development banks to be more conservative, and these institutions need to take more risk and more often take a first loss position. Institutions such as the World Bank and Asian Development Bank should not be afraid to lose money if sustainable development outcomes can be achieved. Finally, and most importantly, we need to rethink slowly. As middle income and least developed countries, sustainable finance should be provided on the most favorable terms to those countries that face significant climate risk, and especially natural disasters. When countries suffer from a climate disaster, such as Fiji with Cyclone Winston, or the Bahamas with Hurricane Dorian, rather than lending those countries money that simply perpetuates the debt spiral, they should be provided with direct financial assistance to enable them to rebuild their economies in a way that is more climate resilient. What we describe in Fiji as building back better. This can be underwritten by more sophisticated catastrophe bonds in which the premiums are paid for as part of a foreign aid arrangement and donor countries pick up the tab. As things stand, donors have rules around aid that are too inflexible. And we need a new paradigm of how aid should build more sustainable and climate resilient economies. Excellencies, let's get some ideas like this on the table and do as much listening as we do talking, because the need is great and time is running out. Thank you.